Hi, I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting and good communication, how to build strong family bonds, child development, and education, all through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're talking about 7 strategies to build trust with your child. In this video, we're going to be talking about 7 things that you can do to establish more trust in your relationship with your child. It is so important that parents are able to trust their children, but also children are hoping to be able to always trust their parents. In fact, from the very beginning, children automatically trust their parents. It's only over time that they decide maybe they can't trust their parents. There are certain things that parents do that might lead a child to think that that parent might not be as trustworthy. Maybe they witness the parent lying to somebody else outside of the family or even within the family. Maybe they witness the parent making excuses. This can decrease trust. Sometimes a parent may behave in a way that is immature or unkind to someone else within the family, maybe even a spouse, and this can decrease trust. As the children are watching the parent behave in that way with that other family member or that other person, they start to feel like maybe the parent is a little bit more immature than they thought they were originally. There are so many different ways that a parent's trust could decrease, but we're not going to spend a lot of our time there. Hopefully a couple of those ideas will give you an idea of maybe how you can make sure that you don't come across wrong to your child and make sure that you are always living with integrity. Let's say the child has been convinced not to trust you. Maybe it's from some of your own behaviors, or maybe it's because some of their peers or other people have told them that they can't trust their parents. This can also happen. What can you do to establish trust with your child ongoing so that hopefully you can maintain strong relationships or help relationships that might be weakening because of lack of trust? If you've already subscribed to this channel, then you know that I am a big advocate for eye contact. So I teach a lot of skills and principles of self-government, and one of the things that is part of every one of those skills of self-government is to look at the person. That is step number 1 of every skill. To look at the person. This establishes a good, solid connection. It shows the person that you have nothing to hide. If you can look at them with an honest heart, thinking, I love you, it's okay. No matter whether you're giving them a no answer for something, correcting them for something, or whether you are taking some sort of feedback from them that might not be the kindest, can you look at them and think, I love you, it's okay, I'm understanding you, and then can you express yourself in a good way after that? Hopefully so. So making sure that you take some time to look at your child. You know, in our digital society, we actually are more disconnected than ever before, even if our children aren't being motivated to leave the house. They're in our house and we are in the house, but we're constantly putting our attention and our gaze somewhere else. So take some time to deliberately look at each other. Have family meals together. Believe it or not, this establishes your role and your position in the family as a position of trust. Number 2, listen to what the other person has to say. Now, hopefully, if they're going to disagree appropriately with you, they have learned the teaching self-government skill of disagreeing appropriately, because that is the most effective way to talk with you so that you really can understand better and so that they can express themselves when they're working from the prefrontal cortex instead of mid or back brain. But no matter how they're talking to you, really listen. Look at them and listen. Now, if they're arguing with you or trying to wear you down on something, say, I can tell you want to tell me something about using the car tonight, or about going to the party, or about having another piece of cake. I want to talk to you about that. I want to hear more about what you have to say, but we need to get calm first, then we can talk about it. So you don't need to show active listening the same way you would if they were calm when they're not calm. keep that in mind. They can still see that you're trying to listen, that you're hearing that they have something to say, and then get to a place where you can really do that listening. When they express something to you, repeat back key points so that they know you've understood. This also lets them know they can trust you. They can trust your opinion, and they can let themselves be a little bit more vulnerable and open with you. Number 3, don't power struggle. You know if you power struggle or not. Do you get angry? Do you get frustrated? Do you try to tell them that they are disrespectful? Do you call them names? Do you put them in a little box in your mind, in that emotional place in your brain? Only you know if you do that. You may do things out loud that show you're doing it, or you may be completely closed off as you're doing it. Either way, it's power struggling. Do you whine, complain, cry, beg? That's also power struggling. It's just passive power struggling. It's different. Don't power struggle with your children. If you power struggle with your children, you are declaring that you are not the leader. They need to have you be a leader, which means that you need to be secure in what you will say. If you don't know how to solve the problem without power struggling, then you probably need some skills and some new words to say. This channel can help you. That's what this channel is all about, helping you learn the new things to say so that you don't get stuck in your old habits and hurting your relationships more. I want to help you. And that's what teachingselfgovernment.com is all about too. Number 4, live your role. So many parents think that it is their role to be their child's friend. That's not your role. Your role is to be their parent. They need you to be their parent. In fact, they want you to be their parent. They may act like they want you to be their friend, but if you really tried to just be buddy-buddy with them and all of their friends all the time, that would actually bug them. They don't actually want that, because that's not your role. It brings them more security and peace when you are maintaining your role as parent in their life, which means you can't be afraid to correct things and do the teaching that's necessary for their success. Number 5, pre-teach. This means that you tell them ahead of time what you're going to do or what words you're going to use to correct them, to praise them, to teach them before you ever get to the actual moment where you're doing that teaching or correcting. If you teach them ahead of time how you will teach them in the future, this decreases their anxiety because it increases predictability. They know what to expect from you. When they know what to expect from you, they trust you more. If you try to change things up and get creative all the time in your parenting, they will not feel like they can trust you. In fact, they'll probably try to hide things from you and work your system. Number 6, don't take things personally. If you take things personally, if you decided to feel wounded because the child wouldn't listen to you, or because they said something mean to you, or they said they didn't need you, or they didn't care about you, some of those things that children just sometimes say in the heat of the moment to try to power struggle with you, then you're actually engaging in the power struggle, which was one of those things we don't want to do, right? But it's you also not having good self-government yourself. You having your own self-government increases trust. Then they know, Mom will always be calm. Dad won't yell at me. He'll talk to me instead. Dad will teach me what I need. He won't take things personally. Your own self-government prepares you to be a secure person in their lives, someone that they might want to talk to. This brings me to number 7, which is know how to talk to your child. Don't talk at your child. Don't talk over your child. Know how to talk to your child, how to get them to open up to you and talk to you in a way that can be productive. So there are 5 different teaching styles in the Teaching Self-Government course, or the TSG parenting course as we call it at teachingselfgovernment.com. And I want to talk about one of those right now. It's one I don't mention very often, actually. It's called parent counseling sessions. A parent counseling session is a meeting where parents and children talk about one issue, one problem, and they find a solution for that one problem, and they make a plan for the future. So what the parent does is they initiate a conversation, something that feels non-confrontational. Maybe you're driving in a car, maybe you have an ice cream bar on the porch in the summertime, or maybe you cuddle up with hot chocolate in the wintertime just to have a conversation right before bed. There are many opportunities to have just a regular one-on-one conversation about something. Then you describe what you've noticed. You let them get a picture or maybe hold up a mirror to what's going on in their lives. There's this one issue. You're not getting along with your brother, I've noticed. It looks like this. I saw this the other day and I saw this today, and I feel like we need to make a plan for how you can improve that relationship. Why do you think it's happening this way in your relationship? Why do you think that you and your brother are having a hard time getting along? Then the child responds with what they think might be happening. Then you listen and you repeat back so you make sure that they know you got it. Then you say, do you think that maybe your brother could be frustrated with this circumstance too? Do you think he wants something better? What do you think that we could do to get the two of you on the same page, to maybe work on a goal to improve your relationship? Or do you think there's anything that would motivate you to work on this relationship? Is there a positive consequence that you could think of that might help you do better at this relationship? You come up with a plan. They may give you ideas. They may listen to some of your ideas. In the end, you sum up what you discussed, and then you follow through and you check back regularly in your weekly mentor sessions. Weekly mentor sessions are one of the 3 meetings that we train to have in the TSG parenting course. To find out more about how to increase trust in your children, to learn the skills that you need and that they need to be predictable and successful in your parenting, go to teachingselfgovernment.com and look at that TSG parenting course and some of the other free training and resources that are there for you. I'll see you there.